This video is about making decisions and claims in the context of critical thinking. In a previous video, we saw that critical thinking itself is about making wise decisions. And so we should ask the questions, what exactly is a decision? What types of decisions are useful to people? And what constitutes a wise decision? This topic will be discussed in a future video. Thus, the focus of this video is to define decisions and claims and describe useful types of decisions and claims. A decision is defined as a conclusion that is reached by a decision maker. In critical thinking, a decision maker is also called an arguer, and I will define an argument in the context of critical thinking in a later video. A claim is defined as a statement, one or more sentences, and a claim asserts that something is the case. So it states something. To assert means to state something with confidence. And the purpose of a claim is to communicate the decision that has been made by the problem solver or arguer. In summary, critical thinking involves making decisions which are communicated with statements called claims. This table, which is in the book course, shows 4 useful types of claims. Ethics claims will not be discussed in this video because this topic is so important that I need to devote more time to this. Notice that each type of claim has a structure which is shown in this column. A truth claim asserts that something is true or that something is not true. For example, in the 1600s, many people asserted that the Earth is immobile. We now know this is incorrect, and this is a truth claim, but the truth value of this claim is false. There were other people in the 1600s that asserted that the Earth is rotating around the Sun, and we would say the truth value of this statement is true. Some more examples. A mathematician might assert that the sum of angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. And of course, this has a truth value of true. An individual might assert that the summit of Mount Everest is at 7,200 meters. Now, I don't know what the true summit is, but I know it's above 8,000 meters, so the truth value of this would definitely be false. A person might assert that the Earth is spherical in shape, and this would be assigned a truth value of true. Now, we know the Earth is not exactly spherical. However, in classical logic, truth claims are either true or false. That's just how we want to think about things. Truth claims are especially useful when they are applied to current issues. For example, consider the truth claim that states that Barack Obama was born in the United States. Many people in this country believe that this statement is false, but there's also many people who believe that it is true. But the key thing about this statement, it is either true or false. It cannot be both. Now, to apply this to global warming, here's a statement that's contentious. Global warming is primarily caused by human activities. There's a lot of people in the United States that believe that this is true, but also a lot of them that believe it is false. And this is basically true or false. It can't be both. And if everyone was skilled at critical thinking, there would be a very wide and strong consensus about the truth value of this claim. As a third example, consider this claim. A country that engages in free trade will be more prosperous economically than if they engage in trade protectionism. If this statement is basically true, wouldn't it be nice if everyone recognized that and we could work together in this country? If this statement is basically false, wouldn't it be nice if everyone recognized that and we could work together? This is the value of truth claims. A recommendation claim describes how to move forward, what actions to take. Here's what we need to do to get the job done. Consider these 2 claims. I assert that people, including myself, should eat a healthy diet. This is called a recommendation because I'm describing what I believe other people should be doing. Suppose I assert that my choice is to eat a healthy diet. This is typically called a decision because it influences me. Some more examples. I assert that engineers and scientists ought to carry and cancel units. I assert that I ought to look both ways before crossing a street, and this is something other people should do. I assert that for this particular application, a 3 horsepower motor will get the job done. You don't need to buy a bigger one. I assert that if you're starting a small business and you don't have specific training in accounting, hire a professional to do your accounting. I assert that if you're manufacturing 3 products, we have a discussion and talk about them. At the end of this, I assert that, hey, drop products A and B and just focus on C. Your company will be better off. So these are all examples of recommendation or decision claims. Now, a value claim describes the worth or quality of something. That is excellent. That is wonderful. That is terrible. That is awful. Don't buy it. Some examples. I assert that H dresses with style. Some notes. First off, rarely would I say I assert. I just simply say H dresses really well. H dresses with style. Most of the time we don't talk with the language of critical thinking. However, it's very useful to bring the language in. The second thing is I like to use abbreviations. So H represents a person I'm thinking of, but I'm not going to name this person because it might be embarrassing to this person. For example, this assertion right here, hey, the best small pickup is made by, and I'm just going to go on record here, Toyota Tacoma, and that just happens to be what I drive. So this is a value claim, and it's claiming the best pickup you can get is the Toyota Tacoma. And of course, this is subjective, and I'll explore this in detail in a future video. So some other examples, C is an extraordinary guitar player, or I might just say C plays the guitar very well. C is a master at the guitar. Movie M is awful. Don't waste your money on this movie. If you're going to buy a bicycle, and I'm talking a road bike here, I like to road bike, buy from company T, not from company S. And again, I don't want to pick out specific companies, so I'll just use T and S. In conclusion, critical thinking involves making wise decisions. These decisions are communicated with statements called claims, and a claim asserts something. Critical thinking equips people with the ability to make wise claims. 4 types of very wise claims are truth claims. This is a claim about what is true and not true. A recommendation claim. Here's the actions to take. A value claim. This has high quality or not. And an ethical claim, which will be a topic of future videos. Thank you for listening. This video is part of a book course on critical thinking that is brought to you by Learning for Doing.